Hi, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic. I'm a part-time reseller on multiple platforms and I'm sharing what I found with you at the Goodwill outlet, which you pay by the pound. And this location is Cedar Rapids, Iowa, which is a newer location that opened, I believe, in July of 2021. It's $1.49 per pound if I haven't said so. I sell everything. I would say 75% of the stuff I do sell is clothing or accessories, but I do love to sell hard goods, and my passion is vintage. So my Instagram name is also Thrifting as my beach. You can follow me on there if you have any questions, or if you want to check out my stores, the names and links are down below. Okay, now my friend, this guy was just sitting in a bin, of course, after Christmas. I went the week after Halloween. Can you tell Christmas is already on my mind? I went the week after Halloween hoping to find awesome costumes, aka vintage dresses, vintage clothing that they label as costumes. I found maybe one 80s dress I'll check it to later. But this guy, I did put batteries in him last night and he works. His eyes light up red. I will put in a video of him in the corner with no sound because I don't want to get copyright infringement. He does play popular tunes. His arms move back and forth. Animatronic, animated, whatever you're going to call that, motionette. Well, he's not labeled motionette, but I do have a Christmas motionette to show you as well. Really cool. He is sold on Wayfair.com with a buddy of his for like $200. And he is fully functional, so I will probably list him for like $60. He's very lightweight. I paid probably $3 for him. Alright, I have sold 3, 4, 5 motionettes from the 90s. In the past, they do the best on Etsy. eBay is a little bit saturated, depending on which one you have. This one, I think, will be a little bit less desirable because it's not Mr. and Mrs. Claus. It's just a girl with curly blonde hair. She's holding a string of lights. And that white thing there is a ladder. So she can be paired, don't mind my lighting, she can be paired with, it looks like Mr. Claus, but it doesn't look much like a Santa. I don't know. At least not the traditional Santa. So she is fully functional. I did test her. She's holding Christmas lights that light up and her arms move back and forth. I did take a break from the outlet during the middle of the day after I grabbed some lunch, and I don't know what her price is. I think she was $5 or $6. I'm 2 hours away, one way, from the outlet location. I'm from rural central Illinois, so I make a day trip out of it. If I didn't have kids, I'd probably make a weekend trip out of it. But I have 3 little kids. I'm having a 4th, March 1st. So I love my little trips where I can just get away. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the tote full of shoes. I didn't tell you in the beginning, I got a little bit over 100 pounds. And I got these vintage Salvatore Ferragamo red leather knee-high boots. They do require a little bit of cleaning up, and there's some spots right here that just need wiped. I love cleaning up leather, and I do have shoe polish. There are some nicks right here, but there is the logo stamp with the leather sole. These have been rubber soled, which is nice, and they're in nice condition, made in Italy. Comps on those, people are asking like around $80, and there's only a few pairs online, so I think those would do well on Etsy or Tradesy. The next pair, I actually got for free from someone. These will sell for probably just $40, but there's this pair of Bates men's combat work boots. They're not steel-toed. They do show a little bit signs of wear, but I can clean them up. And guys like to buy boots that are already broken in, because if you buy them new, you get like blisters because you got to loosen them up and don't want to go through that. So if you can buy them already broken in for you, that would be great. Okay, I found a couple pairs of amazing 90s shoes. I love selling the chunky platform shoes, and these are absolutely amazing. They are by Candies. Right there. They are like a green reptile print green and black reptile print. This is actually a wood sole, like, or footbed with the styrofoam, I don't know what you want to call that, platform. These do still have the tag on the bottom, which shows a size 7. Just awesome. I love these, love these, love these. Obviously, they're not going to sell at their highest price point right now because it is November, but I will hold out because 90s shoes are very, very hot. The next pair I haven't seen since I was in junior high, and this is by Target, the brand Exhilaration. These are very lightweight, black. Actually, now that I'm looking at this in the sunshine, this part is brown and this part is black. But again, great condition. Because a lot of times you'll like walk on rocks or something, and since this is just like styrofoam, or I'm not sure if it's not styrofoam, but you know what I mean, like a foam, it'll like get dented easily, and there is no denting, so that's awesome. I'm guessing these are a size 7 as well. They are. And don't mind my son, he's playing Roblox in the basement, and he gets very loud. We have to get on him sometimes. These require a little bit of TLC, but it's my first time finding Jenny Kane. It's black on black, so you can kind of see it. Jenny Kane, K-A-Y-N-E. Somebody did use a foam insert, and there is like, looks like baby powder, or maybe it's just dust, but a wet wipe will do well. There is a little scuff on the toe, and so when I get higher end shoes that are leather soled like this, I actually, years ago, I got black sole paint that is specific for black sole leather soles, and it doesn't rub off on the floor. You just paint it on pretty easy. It dries pretty quick, and it makes these look so much better. I've done it with some of my high-end shoes, and it definitely pays off. So it does still have the sticker, but as you see, it does show wear. But these are such a classic high-end shoe. I can't remember what they resell for. Probably around $100 in this condition. All right, I recently showed a very similar pair of these by Yodelers. This is by a different company, but probably like 70s. These might be even 80s based off of the sole. I'm going to go shut my curtains because the sun is peeking through, putting on shadows. I'll show you the tag. It's by S. Alland. I think it's partially faded, but Sherpa or Shirleen interior, brown suede. Just a classic if you like this style. All right, the next pair, I did not know this, that Hoka makes sandals, Hoka 1, but these are a great bolo sneaker brand. They're known for like their thick soles on their shoes, and there you go, Hoka 1-1. There were some listed. There's one pair listed for $35, but most of them were like $45, $50. They're in really nice condition. I'm trying to think what size these are. Men's 8, women's 10, so great size. If I'm out of breath, it's because I'm pregnant and I've just got up and closed the curtains and yelled at my son to be quiet. So I get winded very easily at the moment, and I'm sure it will only progressively get worse. I got these based off of style. They're like very witchy core. I'm going to send them into Thredup this week. They're by Nichols, which I think is just sold at like a department store. Goodwill originally had them marked at $12.88, and they didn't sell, so they went to the bins. They're in great condition. I'm not sure that they're actual leather. They feel like polyurethane, and they have that slight like wet look, which is pretty popular. The next pair of shoes I know are new. New brand to me as well. The style is Tabitha, but they are Alias May, or XX Alias May. Nice pointy toe, sling back. Actually, not a sling back. These wrap around. I wish I had a stock photo because these are just beautiful shoes. Nice profile. They're a size 41. Goodwill had them at $8.88. Didn't sell. They went to the bins. They're new, based off of tissue is still wrapped around that one. Haven't been worn, no signs of wear. I can't remember what comps were, but they were decent. I'm going to say like 50, but I will put them up in the corner because I try to go through my cart at the bins like a second time to look over flaws, because I just go crazy and toss stuff in my cart. And then I go back, look through. I used to pick stuff up and make like $15. I'm trying to have a higher ASP, like to sell things for about 30 or more. But I also am getting things for Thredup. I'm getting back into Thredup, and I've only had kits start selling 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I've made decent money already, so I'm pretty shocked that it is still possible. These are a great bread and butter Clarks comfort shoes. I'm sure you've heard. They're navy blue, and these do well on Thredup. So I'm just going to send them into Thredup, see how they do. The next is White Mountain. It's Cliffs by White Mountain. This is also just an apartment store brand, but they look nice, clean condition. I will send these in a standard processing kit for Thredup because they are more of a spring summer shoe. The Thredup kits, mine go to Arizona, and about half of my standard processing kits have gotten processed within a few weeks. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining about that because that's awesome, but I'm trying to time it right with sending in seasonal items because, like, in 2020, I don't feel like they were particular, but in 2021, I feel like they're seasonal. So, all right, this is also a new, or not a new brand to me, but my first time finding Camper, Camper. I'll zoom in so you can see their little marking. These also probably got passed because they were almost $7 at the thrift, but a lot of people don't realize how you can refurbish leather. It's very easy to do with just some conditioning, and that's all these need. There is a little bit of sole drag right there, but Camper shoes, I believe, retail for like hundreds of dollars. I like the little curve right here, and they are a very dark brown with a rear zipper, your back zipper. Rear zipper, that sounds funny. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to my purses and accessories, and then the last category will cover our clothing because it's a huge pile in front of me. If you could see it, actually, I'll take a picture and show you how my living room looks. I meant to film this last night and I fell asleep with the kids, so my living room looks like a tornado. So let's switch over. All right, so now moving on to purses and accessories. I found this newer style Brighton bag. They have really nice quality. They retail for a lot. I used to do better a couple years ago reselling them. They priced very well on Thredup. That's why I'm picking it Brighton up at the moment to just send into Thredup. They retail these for like $200. I've already yelled at my son to be quiet, but he's already forgotten. Here is the creed, or just like the patch. I guess there's a creed on it for Brighton. And because this is a newer style, I'm more confident that it will sell. I have passed on this before, but since it was at the bins in a good neutral color, it's this Bagalini. I think they're known because they're easy to travel with. They're a lightweight, casual looking purse, and just like a shoulder. Actually, it's so long as a crossbody or shoulder strap, whatever you prefer. They don't resell for much. I'm guessing I'll get 20 for it, but it's in like new condition, and why not? The next one, I typically pass on Vera Bradley. A couple years ago, I was selling Vera Bradley, not anymore. This is an army green. It actually looks like brown, kind of on camera, but this is a really nice army green. I also got it based off of style. It is quilted. Coats, purses are really trending for 2021. Has the nice faux leather accents. I'm assuming that's faux leather. Actually, no, it is. It feels genuine. Never mind. Anyways, it has nice pockets. I liked the almost eyelet trim. It's in like new condition. It still has the stuffing inside. I'm guessing it possibly is new without tags. There are no signs of wear. There's the label right there showing it's Vera Bradley. The interior has that fun floral pop with paper stuffing. So this may be new without tags. And again, I don't know. I'll put comps in the corner. I'll probably do like 30, but I always go based off of comps unless it's more of like a vintage piece and then I price higher. So this, I absolutely love the colors and the pattern. I've not checked comps yet. This was new with tags. I checked material content because it was very soft. Here is the tag. I am not familiar. It is handcrafted in Peru, but it is 50% alpaca, 50% acrylic. Whenever you come across alpaca, you should always check comps, because alpaca, I looked it up last year, the year before, and alpaca is like a lot better than wool. If you have allergies, it's waterproof. It's actually warmer than the standard wool. There's other pros to it, but people love it. I picked up this. I got this, I think this is Chico's. Yes. But all the stones are there. This is for like if you wanted to dress up an outfit or put maybe on a dress. Very pretty, like bronzy tone. Like brass, I don't know, gold, brown, whatever you want to call it. But I could probably get $25 for that. I picked up a vintage belt. A lot of times I find vintage dresses and they are missing the original belt or sash. So it's nice to find that. And I'm sorry, sometimes I'll like look at myself when I'm filming. I see a lot of other YouTubers do this too. Instead of looking at the actual camera, which is this tiny little dot in the corner of my phone. This one I got because I was going to try to rehab, but under closer inspection, I don't know that I have the skill or that it can be fixed. But I try to fix leather goods. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very beautiful bag. Genuine leather. It's by the brand American West. I believe they're pretty popular in like the 80s and 90s. Don't know if they still exist, but it has the silver tone turquoise on the bag. And there is their little marking, their little stamping. However, this is cut, which I could replace the strap, like a clip-on strap. That's what I plan to do because I buy purse straps when I see them out the bins. But this one is missing the ring and the leather is ripped. I don't think I can repair it. Do you see how thin that leather is? And American West does not resell for like, I could probably get $30 for this. I just wanted to share with you. I heard change in the purse, and I looked in the main compartment. I didn't realize there was a back pocket. So let's see what an old crusty rubber band, a old faded receipt, a small hair tie, a mini black marker, and here's some jingles. 11 cents. So hey, got some of my money back for it, but I will try to save it at some point. Just not very high on my radar at the moment, but it is a gorgeous bag. I could remove the leather sides and sell it as a clutch, or I could remove this right here and get like a little round strap right here, and it could be a clutch. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do. Leather is hard to stitch myself. You have to get a thick needle, and I just don't feel skilled enough. And getting leather repaired as far as stitching is very expensive because I have gotten something repaired before and I was not very pleased. So another Brighton bag. I got this because it's very clean and it's hearts. Valentine's, I'm thinking I could send this into Thredup, and even if it was a standard processed box that I send it in, it could still be up for Valentine's because a lot of people like to carry themed purses or bags. But nice, has their standard charm, very clean. Again, this retailed for a lot of money, so if I could make some dollars off of it, that would be great. Got a nice men's size 40 brown Columbia leather belt. Love picking these up. They're so easy to photograph and store, and they sell. My sell-through rate for belts is like 100%. Alright, this next item I picked up, I should have passed on. It's a very beautiful suede or faux suede. It feels like real suede. Bag, very trendy. I think that's the front. No. It's Vince Camuto, which I pass at the regular thrift typically, but I recently discovered that they retail pretty well on Thredup and sell on Thredup. So I just like the detail. I'm going to send it to Thredup, but I did pay almost $5 for it, which is kind of a gamble. Here are the extra purse straps. If I see a bag that is destroyed, but the strap looks brand new, I will take the strap. I think this one's genuine leather. The other one is vegan leather, but you just want to make sure that your hardware obviously matches up on your bags. Okay, and so another thing is I went during the week. I went on a Wednesday to the Goodwill outlet. Previously, I've gone on weekends. Weekends are like pretty busy, and I don't like being around large groups of people. So I decided to make a point to go during the week. The quality of clothing, or just in general, like the goods that I went through on a Wednesday, were not that great. Previously, when I've gone, the quality has been amazing. Like, it looked like it was on the thrift store, like no flaws, not trash. I did go through some trash just last weekend, and I didn't really find a whole lot of stuff to send into Thredup like I was hoping that I have found in the past. But I also didn't go to the new bins. I waited and sifted through the leftovers because I didn't feel like being aggressive till I was done looking through everything. And it was a little bit before I left, and I was a little bit more aggressive and went to the new bins, and that's where I found stuff. So next time I go, I just need to get over it. I used to be aggressive. I think since I'm like pregnant and with COVID, it just, you know, I don't want to be within 6 feet of people. But I do wear a face mask, but it doesn't really, I don't know. It's just me. That's how I am. So anyways, enough of me talking. This is a nice leather fossil bag in black with its charm. These are just such quality made bags. I typically only pick up the leather fossil purses. I have picked up the fabric ones in the past, and they just sit for a long time. So these price really well and sell well on Thredup. I'm going to send this one into Thredup as long as it's not damaged. It almost looks like the leather is cracking, but it's not peeled up. Now I'm guessing if it's real or not. It smells and feels real. And then I got another fossil in that same bin. Just a nice classic style with some like antique gold toned metal. There's charm. Very nice condition, those two bags. I don't even think I need to condition them. When I do send my purses into Thredup, I clean them. If the interior has like ink spots, I take the liner out. Like, I just remove, not fully remove it from the bag, but I pull it out so it's like inside out of the purse. And I lay the purse on its side, and I have like a bowl of hot soapy water or cold water depending on the color of the fabric. And I just soak it for a couple hours and rinse it, and most of the stuff comes out. So that's my little trick for inside of dirty bags. If you're on the fence and you think it could profit, it could be worth your time. So now I'm going to switch to a few little pieces of hard goods, and then we're going to wrap up with the clothes. I had forgotten that I had hats. I went through one bin, and again, this was a new rotation. I love selling vintage hats. They do really well for me. Sometimes they can sit for like a year, but I don't mind. This is a nice, and corduroy is so hot right now. I've been selling a lot of vintage corduroy hats. So this is a corduroy rope hat that is embroidered for West Cliff, Colorado. Just a nice hat by Nissin, Nissin. Pretty popular, I think, in the 80s. This one is a Hawkeye Ready Mix. It's just a local business, but it's a nice foam trucker hat in brand new condition. This is by Otto, O-T-T-O. Snapback. The foam is still very intact. Made in Thailand. And this one I think will probably make me the most out of all the hats I found today. This is a red corduroy 49ers hat with the enameled metal pin. And again, this is in like new condition by Coastal Mart. Made in Taiwan. It is probably, I'm guessing, 80s. A lot of the in Taiwan stuff I find is from that decade. So anyways, I sold 2 weeks ago on Mercari. I sold a hat like this, but it was Denver Broncos with its pin for like $75. So we'll see. 49ers is also a popular team. I think I can do well with that. This one I got based off of style. This is like just totally 90s with the plaid. You know, it's got the rope along here. It's got the bent bill. It's just like a baseball hat. I think this is more for a golfer. Has a terry cloth lining and a leather adjustment strap on the back. It is by the Plaid Cap. I mean, it's just giving me like golfer vibes, obviously. Plaid Cap. It almost looks like a tennis court. Made in the USA. Got it based off of style. I also pick up nice containers when I see them. Here's some nice fabric ones with like a wire base. I use them for the kids' toys and to organize all the time. And I typically only get them if they're like good quality. I stay away from the cheap ones because I can just go buy those at the store. All right, so I mentioned previously that I did go to both Goodwill stores in Cedar Rapids. One was downtown. It was kind of run down, just like the neighborhood I could tell, and it was quite a bit smaller. They hardly had anything in the store versus the one on the other side of town. I forget the streets, but the other one was a lot larger, and it was more in the, seemed like the newer development. So I love picking up discontinued beauty products, including perfume. I was doing some research because somebody had asked me this last week about shipping something to Mexico, and it was perfume. But since there's alcohol in it, according to Google, it said that you cannot ship internationally. But we have perfume imported from other countries, and so I need to do a little bit more research. Put in the comments down below if you have sold perfume and shipped it internationally, because I ship through eBay GSP just because I feel more protected and it's less of a hassle because I don't fill out the customs form. eBay handles that. Anyways, this is Bath & Body Works Forever Midnight. This does smell really good. It is a completely full bottle, and these resell for, they had people pricing them $55 to $75, but I only saw a few, and the perfume's pretty rare. The body spray is more common, but the perfume's pretty rare, so I may list more like $80 and wait. I paid almost $6 for that. The next item, I did a Google and search and could not find, but it's kind of a unique vintage Christmas decor piece. It hangs, it's like an oversized mistletoe almost, but it has the silk thread ornaments and the holly, and it's like that thick plastic. So it's just a one-of-a-kind, probably homemade piece. And I don't know, this probably weighs, I probably paid about $3 for it. And I will probably list it for $30. I'll do a little bit more research before I sell it. And then, do you guys ever fill your carts up so full and then you're too tired to go through your cart and you're confident with what you got, so you just go, and then you go through your cart when you're bagging up and you're like, crap, I didn't mean to get that single shoe, or I didn't mean to get this piece. Well, I didn't mean to buy this prior to checking comps, but it is a Garmin Forerunner. It tracks your steps, timing. It's great. It's made for runners. Ooh, the bag has a hole in it. It does have it has the band. It's like the old school smartwatch. It's an OG. And it has the charger, the manual, it has everything. But these were reselling for like $20. So not really a huge money maker, but at least I'm not losing money. Okay. Now I'm going to just turn my camera around and film all the clothes for you. Alright, so here is my big pile of clothes that I need to get put away so I can clean my house because it's a disaster right now. Okay, I'm going to be quicker through the clothes because they're not as exciting to me. These vintage sweaters do really well in the larger sizes. It's a men's 2X. I will pick them up. I'm less picky on the design as I am with smaller sizes. So that was a definite yes. And these will sell 35 to 40. This is going to Thredup. They priced leather very, very well. And I've sold a leather coat for over $100. Was it last week? And I made 80 some dollars. I haven't paid out for it yet. I think I still have to wait like another week or two. But for bins pricing, yes, great for Thredup. So I'm going to put that in a separate pile. If you know me, I sell in multiple places. So this I love. I see long peacoats, vintage peacoats all the time at the thrift or at the bins, but due to weight and previous experience, they take a very long time to sell. And unless it's a very unique piece, like it has mink or real fur on it, or if it's cashmere, I typically will pass based off of style. But this one is a shorter length. I liked the blue and the style at the shoulder with like the pleating. So I did pick this one up. I believe this is a wool. So I will sell that myself. I forgot to silence my phone. This is a vintage scarf. I'm guessing 60s or 70s based off of style. I'm just going to probably pair this with a vintage sweater I have and sell them as a set. Or you know what? The coat I just showed you matches. So this seems more 70s to me though, so I may pair it with something else. This one is something I probably should have passed on, but I do very well selling Under Armour. It's a very nice bread and butter. These are men's 36. I love selling men's clothes. Just a nice cargo short. I'll probably just put those on Facebook for $15. This next one is for Thredup. It is Calvin Klein fleece. It's a nice blue. I only got it because it's a 2X. Even non-branded plus size clothing on Thredup, I will go over the 50% price because I'm confident it will sell. This piece I think will make me $40 to $50. I do super well with these Rami cotton themed sweaters, cardigans. I sell them all the time, a lot of times to Asia international buyers. This is a monthly holiday sweater. So we have the months with the themes. September is back to school. We have May on the sleeve here with flowers. There's April, showers. What's on this sleeve? We have September with a leaf. We have a birthday cake. 4th of July. There's just a lot going on to this sweater. There are different companies. It's not necessarily important which company. As you can see, it is a Rami cotton blend. It's a size large. When you buy these, you do want to look out. Sometimes there are loose threads. You're going to have to fix or like stitch if there is a loose thread to repair it. I do. And you want to be very careful. I do not wash these unless I have to wash it because the color will bleed, in my experience. Love this vintage pleated accordion skirt. It is 70% wool. I love the colors. It's a blue and some pastels. Nice style. It's a maxi length. I can't remember. I'm guessing it's 70s based off of style. It's a vintage 16, but we all know vintage sizing is way off. Like this is probably a 6. It's small, high-waisted. This I'm stumped on. You guys can put in the comments what you think down below. When I first got it at the bins, I thought it was old, like 40s, like 1940s or earlier. It is a type of knitting. It reminds me like of the doily material, but it feels more like polyester. That's why I'm doubting it's old. Here is the close-up of the knit. The thing that made me, and I can't even decide if it's a shirt. So is it for a woman? Is it for a kid? The arm sleeves aren't very big, but what stumped me was how the buttons were. So they are acrylic buttons with the loops and just like how dainty and with the collar and stuff. It just gave me old vibes. So please let me know. Oh my goodness, I just got a $250 offer for some glass ornaments I've had listed for like a year. I did pay $50 for them, but with Facebook shipping, there's like no protection if it gets damaged. So I will have to consider that and probably get my own shipping, and even then I'll get extra insurance. So that just makes me nervous. Shipping on Facebook. Tangent, right? I'm just gonna put this on Facebook for probably $15. Just a pair of infant Carhartt camo bibs. I mean, this cost me 50 cents. Next, I got these, and I didn't check comps. I should have. At first, they felt like Spanx, and they have the red tag, but it is maize. I'm just sending them to Thredup. They're at like a dupe of Spanx. They feel like very high quality, like they're a thick knit. So I'll just send those in. This piece is like a Y2K, maybe late 90s. I love the graphic. People were pricing them all over. Like, I saw somebody pricing theirs on Depop for $11. Like, people undervalue articles of clothing, and it just blows my mind. I don't. To each their own, but nice graphic. It's a men's large. It is double stitched with the Gilvin heavy cotton tag, so I'm guessing like early 2000s. Saw that myself. Here's a vintage pink belt, which actually I'm going to pair with a dress that I'm going to show you. I found one bin of finally, I'm glad I found this bin because I would have been kind of upset. I didn't find that much vintage Halloween. I don't know where they put it because I went to the thrift stores thinking their Halloween costumes would be half off and I would strike gold. They were not. They had already taken the Halloween out. I went on Wednesday. Halloween was on Sunday. So by Wednesday, the stores looked completely empty because they had moved all the Halloween out and they were putting the Christmas stuff out. I'm playing Christmas music. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that was got a little bit of a bummer, but whatever. Okay. I love selling Duluth. These are the men's. I think these are called the ballroom jeans. I've sold them before. See, they have the extra material here. So when you bend over and move, you have a little bit more room in that region. And here is the Duluth tag. They're a Workwear brand. I believe I sell these for like $35. It's just a nice pair. They look like they were hardly worn. The next one I'm just sending to Thredup. I can't remember if I checked comps. I think I did. And they were mixed, but I think it's a mohair blend, or it's got good fabric. I can't remember, but it's just a nice cardigan, neutral, like gray. So I'm gonna send that to Thredup. I love this sweater. Very cottagecore, mock neck, tan beige sweater with some roses. It's nice. It is by Basic Editions. I do not care. Basic Editions used to be or is currently sold at Walmart. It really doesn't matter, guys. I sell vintage Target for like $30. If it's just like a basic shirt, it does not matter. This is a modern Nike zip up for, I think, Iowa Cyclones. Yeah, Iowa State Cyclones. Nice, like new condition. I mean, these are boring for me to sell, but they sell, so I will not say no to them at the bins. This piece I actually paid $6 for at the Goodwill store, but I got it based off of style. And it's a Hawaiian muumuu with like a microfloral print. Major prairie vibes though, major prairie vibes. That's why I got it, and I felt okay spending $6. Check out that neckline. How amazing is that? Look at the lace detail. So again, it's a muumuu caftan style with more lace detail right here. It is full length, and the tag is Good Times Hawaii. This is not super old. I'm going to say 80s, 90s, probably 90s, but there you go. It is made in Hawaii, USA, which is always typically a good indicator. So I was okay spending $6 on that one. Trying to hurry up because my husband's watching our kids upstairs. I tried filming earlier, and I'll insert some bloopers up here, but like, man, filming with a 2 and 4-year-old, they just want to like look in the camera, and it's not possible at all times. So this is actually, I haven't seen this one, Athletic Fit. Oh, I got these for my nephew, but I think they're too big. These are men's American Eagle 28 by 30s, a nice dark wash, great condition. I didn't see really anywhere, but I think they're too big for him. So I will probably end up selling those. My sister did tell me that the smaller sizes are actually sold out on American Eagle's website. So I'll check that out, and it could be to my advantage. This next one I got just based off of style. It's chenille, that really soft polyester fabric. And it's simply by Hinge. but it is it's either a large, I think that's a lowercase L for a large. It's like a boat neck, maybe it's off the shoulder. It's very stretchy. A speckled, soft sweater. I'm just going to send a Thredup. Like I said, I hardly found anything for Thredup, and I was a little bit disappointed, but I found other stuff to totally make up for it, right? This was a new brand to me. The comps kind of ranged, but it retails for a lot, and based off of style, I went ahead and picked it up. It is by S. Oliver. Have you guys heard of this brand before? I actually kind of had a difficult time finding the actual brand of it because there's just so much going on. There's a tag there, and then there's the main tag right here. But it says S. Oliver down the bottom. So I was like looking at all this. I was like, I don't... But it's like a ribbed. It almost feels like a corduroy. But I think it's not corduroy feeling. It is a ribbed, like canvas cotton. Like a chino school blazer. With a patch on the sleeve. What's the patch say? And it also says 1969. So that's what I was thinking, Gap. I think that's when they were founded. Stolliver Heritage. I don't know. I need to do more research, but it felt like a really nice quality piece. It is kind of heavy. I probably paid closer to $4 for that one. Here's something I got for Thredup. Just a Banana Republic thin brown cardigan. Cotton. Nothing exciting. I'll probably make like $6 off of that. This one I'm going to sell myself. It is new brand to me. Ella May. It's a 1X, but I went ahead and picked it up because it is new with tags. And it is a really cute rash guard swimsuit top, whatever you want to call it. Micro floral print. Well, it's not really micro, but with a little bit of a ruching tie side. And it retailed for, not like that matters, but it was $70. So I'll list it for $35, and I think it will easily sell. I will list swimsuits all year round because they sell for me all year round. This is so cute. It is by a brand, Stella Loose. I don't think I've picked this up in the past, but I'm sending this to Thredup. It is a long ribbed maxi skirt. Like, I'm going to say floor length, but based off of style and the layering effect, I think it will do well. I'm not going to send it in with expedited processing because it's more of a spring-summer piece. I also got this for Thredup. Based off of style, it's an A-line, cute button front striped skirt with some like wood, almost look like coconut shell buttons by a brand I haven't heard of before, Mad Traders. It is an extra small as well. So I'm just going to send that in. I'm just going to check the material content, and it's cotton. So I'll send that into Thredup. Here we have another pair of American Eagle jeans. These are women's dark wash. These are the jegging. They are a 10 short. And these sell for me all the time for like 20 bucks. So I've been trying to pass and be more selective because, like I said, I'm trying to raise my ASP. But got another pair of men's shorts. But I tell you what, Carhartt, I have a 100% sell-through rate with this brand. It sells so fast for me. And the Vintage Made in the USA stuff, I can mark way up and people buy it. So there's the tag. These are like total dad shorts. I'll probably actually put that in my title. Dad Carpenter jean shorts. Yeah. 30 bucks. This is a brand I've heard about on YouTube. I don't know if it's only based out of Los Angeles, but it's Hayden, Los Angeles. I don't know if it's, because I looked it up and people were putting boutique in the title, but this feels like a well-made piece. I could be mistaken, but it's got like the tortoiseshell buttons, which I love. And it's like a little peplum flounce blouse, like button front. Very neutral with this beige tone, flutter shoulder, just very cute trend. So I'll sell that myself. I think I get like $25-30 for that one. This I'm debating. I think I'll list it myself, and if it doesn't sell by next fall, I will send it in. I do decent with Sanctuary. I only pick up their newer pieces, typically, or really trendy pieces. I loved the flounce sleeve. I don't know what you want to call that. It's like tiered. And the colors. It's a dark blue with like a burnt orange sleeve. I'm going to try to sell that myself for like $25. This one I got for Thredup. I think it will photograph really well. Now that I'm looking at it, it's maternity, I believe. It's called My Bump. But it's a very flowy, like go-go vibes. But I'll just send that in. Sending this one in as well. It's just a nice style. Can't remember if that's sold at Nordstrom. Bew. It's just like a nice wrap draped, like wagon look style. Pretty popular. This one I'm selling myself. I do pick up some Lucy. It's an athletic brand. They make a lot of dupes, but it's still quality made. You want to look for their marking, which is this orange stripe. It's on their tag, but it's usually on the piece of clothing as well. Right there, this is like a hoodie dress. Maybe it's a tunic. Yeah, maybe it's more of a tunic. Just a nice neutral gray. Looks very cozy. I got this as kind of a test. I need to wash most of this, but this is DKNY. I like the steampunk, like equestrian vibe. It's giving me military vibes. It's like the military green. It's simply DKNY. I've heard Thredup prices that decent, so I'm just gonna give it a shot. You know, it's like $1.50. All right, my pile is getting smaller as we speak. Now I'm getting to the 80s vintage that I picked up, that I was excited to find, and it's in really nice condition. So here is a nice satin blouse. I loved the print on it. It's like, would you consider that Baroque or damask with the roses? Beautiful colors. It's also got a subtle dot print, just a lot going on. It has shoulder pads in it. Probably sell that one or list it for $30. Loved this pink polka dot one. How cute is that? Again, my lighting's getting funky on me, but it is a midi length. I don't think I got this belt, but I think it's too light of a pink for the dress. I don't think there's, oh no, there are belt loops. I might just use a ribbon or sell it with no belt. This polka dot one, the collar is still very white. Like, I don't know if it was even worn. Nice polka dot dress with the shoulder pads. Very 80s. Polyester. I like the colors. And a lot of these actually had their original belts. I feel like this one had its belt. I got this one. Very minimalist, modest. All keywords I will use in the title. It is probably 90s J. Jill. See that tag? That's probably from the 90s. It's just a cotton, but it's a large tall. It is a turtleneck maxi. So look at how long this thing is. So modest, simple, minimalist turtleneck. It's got a lot going on for it. So I think I'm very confident that will sell. I typically pass on all modern Cabela's, and maybe if it was new tags, but this one is vintage, made in the USA. I did love the color of it, so I went ahead and picked up this fleece brown camo Cabela's that is made in the USA. I love this brand. It's like my favorite pajama brand to sell. They actually make dresses too. It's not just pajamas, and you can see all the dust from this stuff. I haven't washed it yet, floating in the air, which is pretty gross. Lands of Salzburg, their typical microfloral flannel nightgown. These sell $35 to $40, sometimes more depending on the style. I got this based off of style. The novelty print Hawaiian shirts do well. This is simply, well, it's not also 90s Nautica, which had a moment a few years ago, not so much now, but how fun is that? Oranges and lemons, and it's got like stamps, I don't know. Just neat. I can hear my kids upstairs. They're ready to break free. Do you hear her? My husband shut their door, and they're probably ready to let loose. Here is a vintage Realtree, which Realtree I think now, maybe it's just mossy oak or both, or sold at Walmart. But if it's vintage, I will totally pick it up. It's a made in the USA. It is a mixed fabric, so this is suede, which is so nice. And it's a bomber style camo, suede. Realtree camo. Made in the USA. Alright, I have another 80s polyester. These are awesome. I don't know if I would consider these secretary dresses. They almost look more like a day dress. But has the button accent on the shoulder, mock neck, shoulder pads. This one has pockets. This one does have the belt right here. And here is a floral, like a pastel one. Is this a shirt dress? I can't tell. No, these all are like, they half button down. I tried to put the belt on last night, but as you can see, it does not lay properly. But there's that. I like the colors on this one. I like the style on all these. They're just like classic. So 2 more pieces, and I think that's it finally. This video is gonna be pretty long. This still had the original belt tied to it. This one appears handmade. Really pretty, very light blue. Actually, I think this is gray. This dress is gray with pink and purple flowers. Again, or I guess this one has a clip in the front. Or no, a necktie? I don't know. It has a necktie and a belt. Interesting. And this one is knee length. So the last piece I got, I sold this exact one. Oh, a different brand, but it was just blue. The vintage satin does really well. For like $30 or $35 on Thrilling. If you're not familiar, Google Thrilling. I think it's shopthrilling.com. I've been doing pretty well there. Also Etsy, it's picked up for me. Just silver cord, size 12. It's probably like a women's medium large, but it has, you can't see it very well, but it has a very subtle rose print, which I think will do well. So like I said, that's over 100 pounds. I just showed you guys. My back is killing me. And my husband's probably ready to have a break, but that's all I got for you guys. I plan on going back to the bins probably next month. I have to process all this, and I have other stuff to do, Christmas, the holidays. I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year, so you may not see me as much on YouTube in the next few weeks. I have so many appointments. Do keep in mind, I'll share with you guys because I tell you guys a lot of stuff. But my daughter, if you've seen her in previous videos, she'll sometimes wear a patch, or she used to wear glasses, but she's actually having surgery like a week and a half. So we're a little nervous. It's an outpatient, no major thing. She's just getting her lazy eye corrected. So between all the appointments from that and some other stuff that's going on, you're not going to see me that much on social media. But just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully. All right, bye.